promoting candor, or online at sandyridgeliving.com. Call 910-974-6000. If there was a better way to handle your finances, when would you want to know? Tune in to White Horse Financial Solutions every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. here on WEEB.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM.
Oh, gosh. Pull it, guys. Pull it. Oh, poor thing. There you go. Okay.
That's about as good as I can do.
Pull.
Twist. Slowly. It's coming out. Slowly.
Just. Oh, got it. You did it, guys.
When you're young and you're not used to being screamed at, it's extremely intimidating. When I was in basic training in 1968, I wasn't sure the drill sergeant wasn't allowed to kill us. I was terrified. There's a certain standard you have to adhere to with everything. I remember the lockers had to be perfect. You had to have a perfect tube of toothpaste beside an unused toothbrush next to a shoe polish can that you never used. All the stuff you had used had a special drawer that you could lock. Your underwear had to be rolled perfectly to a certain number of inches. Uniforms had to be hung up in a specific order. Okay, you get the picture. Every private stayed up till 2 or 3 in the morning to get it perfect. We actually thought there was a chance the drill sergeant might come in and say, "Oh, my lucky stars, after all these years, finally someone who has gotten this right. Come over here and look at Zumwalt's stuff. It's perfect." Nope, the first few weeks, no matter what, your stuff would be scattered, and they'd tell you what a crummy job he did, but they'd use a slightly different version. For those of you
I'm a single lady, I'm up in the club, just me. I'm up on him, he up on me, don't pay him any attention. Don't be mad what you see that he wanted. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Hope everyone has a wonderful day and a very safe day from the Zumwalt Zone.
We've got a heat advisory for our Thursday, meaning it will feel like up to 106 this afternoon, so make sure to stay hydrated. Partly cloudy skies, otherwise we'll see an isolated storm this afternoon and into this evening. For tonight, we'll drop into the low 70s with partly cloudy skies and a few storms into tomorrow morning. For our Friday, mostly sunny with a few afternoon showers and storms. Very hot and humid, though, will be in the upper 90s, so make sure to stay hydrated. Very hot to wrap up the week. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Early to bed, early to rise.
Let's go. Time to start the day. Time to get up.
Somebody's raring to go.
August 4th is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Who wants chocolate chip?
I do. We're baking chocolate chip cookies.
Even chocolate chip cookies are sexy.
It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
I made chocolate chip cookies for everybody.
Who's up for chocolate chip cookies?
You ready? We'll let her rip.
It's showtime.
I don't love you anymore. It's just that simple. No, not like before. Said it's a shame, dirty shame, yeah. We can't work it out. No, not this time. We can't be together. We can only be friends. You gotta respect each other. You gotta relate to your lover. It could never be like it was before. You don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't love you anymore. It's just that simple. No, not like before. Said a shame, dirty shame, yeah. I'll take care of my responsibilities. I'll send you your money every month. You can depend on that. You can better believe that you can. But we can live together. This way will be much better. 'Cause you see, you never know
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning, Moore County. Time once again to take in the fresh air of truth and freedom, found only here at WEEB. It's a little nice out there this morning, so you should get outside. Daylight, sun's up, commies are in the closet, and you should be out exercising. Get those kids from out in front of the TV, wake them up if they're still in the rack, and exercise. Have a nice day.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available to you now at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Top middle of the home page is where you'll find the video link. In the upper right-hand corner of every page, you'll find a different link, one to our broadcast audio stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You click this, you'll be listening that quick, and that icon says on the air, listen live. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Well, at least we're getting into a dry spell now with no rain, at least through next Wednesday as of this moment. But we still going to have that southwest flow of air, and that means hot and humid. Partly cloudy today, hot and humid. High at 96, heat index 103. Partly cloudy tonight and 75. Friday, partly cloudy, 92 high, heat index 97. Saturday, 92, and the humidity is going to be down a little bit on Saturday. So no heat index on it. Let's see. Sunday, partly cloudy, high of 91. Monday, 91. Tuesday, 92. Wednesday, 90. So we're about where we normally are this time of year, and I'm getting dailies with a daily thunder boomer. Right now around the Sand Hills, solar radiation 34 watts per square meter. Pressure is 3044. Winds are calm, gusting to 1. Pressure, dew point 71. Humidity 89%. It's sunny and 74 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
We just can't make it. We just can't make it. Maybe someday, when we get our heads together.
All right.
Hey, before you get started, I just skipped my mind here when when we open. Robbins Farmers Day starts tonight, August 4th. So 6:30, they start with a 5K run, and they have some gospel music going. It runs through Saturday. So if you haven't been to a good hometown fair, carnival, festival, or something like that in a good long time, you want to get out to Robbins this weekend and enjoy, because they'll have quite a bit of stuff. They have a couple of great parades, lots of horses, wagons. Let me see what they have. Well, like I said earlier, a couple of days or a week ago, best dressed girl, boy, woman, and man, best pony, all kinds of stuff. Best donkey. Yeah, what's his name there? He's a front runner for that. But I got chastised for that because, hey, the guy told me, look, you got to have long ears, a long nose, and 4 legs to win that prize. And poor old Simple Simon only has 2 legs. So, sorry, Simple Simon.
Have you seen him walk?
Yeah, sorry, Simple Simon. You're not in the running for that prize. But, get out there this weekend. Lots of entertainment for the kids, lots of entertainment for the adults, and lots of interesting things to see.
All right, good. It is 7:38. That's the hour. Check in with our morning sound bites and see if we can entertain you this morning with first up, the best of the late night Unique Boys. this. This is from last night. Here we go.
FEMA just warned that if the software for the National Alert System isn't updated, it can be hacked to send out fake emergency alerts. Even worse, FEMA heard it was like, oh no, that message didn't come from us.
According to the latest numbers, after Taco Bell brought back the Mexican pizza to its menu in May, demand was 7 times higher than when the item was previously available. Also 7 times higher, the people ordering them.
Tinder just announced that their CEO is stepping down. Yep, she's been there less than a year, but ironically, it's still the longest ever relationship on Tinder. Yep, since it's Tinder, I'm surprised it wasn't announced and then the CEO didn't just ghost the company.
I think they failed this time.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Badly.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't get it.
All Day is looking for couples to win a grocery store-themed wedding of their dreams. We wonder how that will play out.
We now take you to the grocery store wedding already in progress.
And do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Does anybody know the price on Chalk Itch powder spray?
I do. And that's what's going on at the grocery store wedding.
What a romantic place. All right, we have a new sponsor this morning. Check it out.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Slut Skis. Slut Skis, the big sloppy sandwich that wants to be eaten by you and a bunch of your friends. Slut Skis.
Today is also Throwback Thursday, a day when many post old pictures, but aren't they all? This quick bit needs no setup whatsoever here.
Today's show is brought to you by Throwback Thursday. Someone handed me a picture and said, this is a photo of me when I was younger. Every picture of you is when you were younger. Show me a photo of when you're older and I'll say, let me see that camera. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Take a picture of tomorrow's newspaper. That's right.
Well, we've told you about the headline news, but we've got to ask about the not headline news.
This is not headline news. Today is Hooray for Kids Day. It's the day Apple salutes the talented individuals who build their iPhones. The trial between Elon Musk and Twitter starts in October. The courtroom will be packed with people. And those are just Elon's girlfriends and kids. Experts say the brain of a woodpecker is so small it's not damaged by repeated impacts. They say the same thing goes for Rob Gronkowski. And today is Meghan Markle's birthday, or as the British royal family knows it, Thursday. This is not headline news.
Oh, the Duchess of Cambridge has a birthday tonight. I'm so impressed. What must I get her?
Yeah, plenty of stories out on her. I just flip past them. I don't want to know. I'm sure it's all good. Not. They really don't like her. That's for sure.
Can you blame them?
I don't know. I guess that's what the story's about. All of her antics, and I really don't want to know. So I just don't read them.
Yeah. A guy on TikTok has gone viral with a video of himself doing a really good impression of Michael Jackson, singing The Way You Make Me Feel. Here's a little bit of it.
Hey, pretty baby with the high heels on. You give me fever like I've never ever known. You're just a product of my loveliness. I like the groove of your walk, your talk, your dress. I feel your fever from miles around. I'll pick you up in my car and we'll beat the town. You give me, baby, and tell me twice that you're the one for me, the way you're making me feel.
What do you think?
I don't know. Sounds pretty bad to me, but, whatever turns you on.
Well, maybe this will excite you. An Ohio woman named Suzanne Farinack is convinced that she caught a glimpse of Bigfoot almost 10 years ago. And she recorded audio of the creature howling last month. Let's take a listen, shall we? Experts say it's more likely another animal like a coyote.
Where's this lady live? Out in the...
Who knows? Bigfoot could be anywhere.
Well, yeah.
This is Ohio.
Ohio, okay. All right. I guess they got some places in Ohio. Probably the campus of Ohio State.
After growing her fingernails out for 25 years, a Minnesota woman has broken 2 world records, one for the longest fingernails on a pair of female hands and the other for longest fingernail on a pair of female hands ever. Here is Diana Armstrong and her daughter talking about living with massive fingernails.
My mother's nails are 42 feet and 10 inches long.
Oh, I haven't been to a nail salon about 22 years. Cause when they see me coming, they're like, oh no.
My family love her nails. Like, pay extra attention to her, and they just think she like special.
Well, my grandkids come over and do my nail. One nail took 4 to 5 hours, and I go through about 15 to 20 bottles of nail polish.
Okay. How long were they? 22 feet? Good Lord.
Didn't say.
Oh.
They're 25 years old. Let me look at the picture itself.
I don't know.
See what I gather from that.
I saw a picture of some Indian guru, apparently, that had nails that he'd never cut, and that was
When
disgusting.
she holds her arms shoulder height. She holds her hands shoulder height. Those nails go to the floor.
Okay, well, good for her. If she can make some money off of that, fine.
I can't believe they haven't snapped off. They have got to have, and they're all super glued on.
Well, no, that's what she's saying. It takes 4 or 5 hours to treat one of those nails, and if you know...
I know, but there's a lot of weight on right there where it attaches.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be within 20 feet of her. I'm afraid I'd step on them or something like that, and then,
Well, how do you rub the shampoo in?
I don't know. Just, hey, there's a war in Ukraine, More important things.
Yeah, whatever trips her trigger. So forget that. A woman in Kansas facing 111 cases of habitually identity theft in a fraud case. 25-year-old Billie Jean Peterson is charged with dozens of counts of unlawful computer acts and 56 counts of identity theft for charging thousands of dollars to co-workers, friends, and neighbors' accounts. Here's the hook and bed from Michael Jackson's Billie Jean to help with the story. Okay, well, we already know the story now, don't we? Okay. A new high-end Italian restaurant in Texas. Oh, thank you for coming. We have a really nice special tonight. Anyway, the restaurant in Texas has ruled, and they have a rule, that diners are not allowed to have their smartphones with them at any point. Here is chief owner Tim Love talking about his reasoning behind the bizarre rule.
We wanted to make something that was special. If you can't possibly deal without your phone for 2 hours, this is not the place for you. I mean, people go to movies, they don't get on their phone. So then you're like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy myself. And that's what happens. It's been really refreshing.
Well, good for him. If he can make a business and make a go of it and have that rule, that's fine. Or any other rule, hey, got to wear shirts and shoes and things like that. So, great.
And our resident communist, Jane Fonda, revolutionized the workout industry in the 80s. Now, well, she worked out and then threw up. You just worked out. Now she's in her 80s and back on the exercise floor with the new ad for H&M. The new collection launches today. Here's Jane to get you motivated to work out or shop.
Hello, everybody. Are you ready to move? Let's start with a stretch. And bend those knees. Work those thighs. One more time. That's right. Just keep moving. See you next time.
Well, she could always do a reboot of Barbarella.
Ugh. Terrible. Yeah.
That was the only decent part of the movie were the credits.
Yeah. I don't remember, to be honest. It's been so long.
You don't remember?
It's been.
She had on a spacesuit, and she was floating over and over again, and she was taking her spacesuit off.
Oh, all right, yeah.
One piece at a time, and when they got to anything interesting, all of a sudden the credits started spinning in front of it, so you didn't see anything.
Yeah. Well, you know, she's a crackpot, so can you say?
Let's see. Let's, don't care about that. All right, couple of good news items here. A video is going viral of a family rescuing a cat with his head stuck inside a tin can while on vacation in Hawaii. Here they are successfully and safely freeing the cat.
Oh, gosh. Pull it, guys. Pull it. Oh, poor thing. There you go. Okay.
Okay, that's about as good as I can do.
Pull.
Twist. Slowly. It's coming out. Just slowly.
Just. Oh. Got it. You did it, guys.
Yay. And the cat said, man, I had a great hiding place. What'd you screw it up for?
Yeah, right. Well, you should crush your cans. That's, but that's, cut your, do they still make, they put all your canned soda and stuff in boxes now, right? Do they still make those plastic 3-6 ring things? I haven't looked in such a long time.
For bottle drinks, they do.
Yeah, well then, you should cut those so things don't get their heads stuck in them, all that kind of stuff.
Well, if they're going to get tossed in the ocean, yeah.
Well, anywhere. Even if it's going to the dump, birds get their heads stuck in them, and all kinds of stuff. So, it's just I never like seeing that kind of stuff. I mean,
I don't know why everybody likes to see an animal tortured.
Yeah.
A hog at an Indiana farm was auctioned off for $340 per pound.
Ooh.
Talk about by inflation. Totaled $102,000.
Wow.
And all of that money was used to create a scholarship for the Duttlinger family. Mother Ashley had been fighting cancer, and the community wanted to help out the family. Here is a big moment at the end of the auction when the pig sold for $340 per pound.
335, are we done? You have 340. Now 5. I just wanted to double check. 345. We have $340 a pound. 345. Anybody else? Sold it.
Unfortunately, Ashley lost her battle with cancer a few days after the auction. In fact, she lost it last Sunday. But maybe they'll have some money for funeral arrangements. They should with $102,000.
Well, that's a nice thing to do, help the family out. So.
All right, let's do some of our Twitter quotes. Don't have many here. Most everybody were giving their condolence to the congresswoman who died in the car wreck.
Yeah, that was some car crossed the center line and hit her car head on, and
it happens in a fraction of a second. You can't even react.
Yeah, killed her and 2 of her staff people.
Yeah. Denise Souza Says
Dinesh.
Yeah. Says White House declares SCOTUS ruling on Roe unconstitutional. Confirms Medicaid can use the funds to fund abortions. Let's see. The Supreme Court of the United States, let's see, what was their job? Oh, yes, to decide whether a law was constitutional or not.
Well, that's what happens when you end up with an immigrant as your spokesman. They don't understand. Well, you get some of the commies today, and, depending on when and where they graduated, they don't know either. But, yeah, the people don't understand our system of government. And to make that comment is, I did a NATO tour, lots of different people, and they don't understand. They ask a lot of questions about how American government works, et cetera, because they don't understand it. And
we invade, we kill you, and then we conquer you.
Well, I'm talking about the government machinations here, not our strategy. But in any case, and that's what happens because she's from where? She's one of the Caribbean islands or something. So, and then you run across the occasional NATO individual that knows our system of government better than we do. There's quite a few of them out there that have studied us quite well. But for the most part, she hasn't had an education on it. So, pick somebody else instead of.
Like they seem to know everything.
Well, that's what happens when you pick somebody based on certain outlook, certain parameters other than competence. So I'll just leave it at that.
Ted Cruz did quite a little jumping up and down yesterday, talking about the Schumer Manchin inflation bill that would screw West Virginia coal miners right out of work.
Yeah, he's amazing. I don't understand.
Here's what Teddy said.
Yeah.
Hang on. I have to. Why do they put it up there and lock the sound on it? I have to find a place to get that.
A victory came just a month ago.
All right, here
I'll tell
we
you
go.
something else. There's an element of this bill that is particularly noxious. It's buried in there, which is the Democrats are trying to overturn the Supreme Court's West Virginia versus EPA victory came just a month ago, where the court concluded the EPA didn't have the ability to rewrite our environmental laws to regulate carbon. Apparently, Joe Manchin has cut a deal with Chuck Schumer to slip into this bill language overturning that decision, which empowers the EPA to destroy your job. And I'll tell you, there's no group that is getting hammered more by this terrible bill than coal miners in West Virginia. It is insane that when we're facing a recession and skyrocketing inflation, the Democrats are saying, let's hit working men and women even harder so we can pay off our lobbyist billionaire buddies.
Senator, can you expand? I'm not aware of this, to overturn West Virginia versus EPA. I don't know what the language is. You are a legal scholar. How does this, what are they saying? What's in here? Because I think you're breaking some news here.
So what the Supreme Court concluded is that the Clean Air Act doesn't specify regulating carbon dioxide, and they concluded that this is a major policy shift, and if Congress intends to make a major policy shift, Congress has to do it, not unelected bureaucrats. That was a great victory for manufacturers, for small businesses, for energy consumers, but of course, radical environmentalists hate it. So what this bill does is it writes in place several times, carbon, carbon, carbon. It writes it into the EPA law so that they can go back and say, well, now Congress has done this, and apparently Manchin's cut a deal where he's gotten a promise for a pipeline sometime in the future in West Virginia, and in exchange for that, the coal miners all get screwed, and he basically puts the coal industry out of business and drives oil and gas prices in America up dramatically. Consumers are getting the short end of the stick on this, and it's a power grab by the radical left. I don't know why Joe got snookered on this, but I hope he comes to his senses and remembers that bankrupting a bunch of coal miners in West Virginia is a really bad idea.
All right.
Yeah, well, hey, That's what Joe Biden ran on, is putting the coal industry out of business. Barack Obama said the same thing, and yet people, even in West Virginia, continue to vote for it. So, hey, you get what you voted for.
All right. How much time? Not that much. Another thing, apparently people are not clamoring for more of former First Lady Michelle Obama after all. The Showtime series, The First Lady, which starred Viola Davis as Michelle Obama, has been canceled after flopping in its one and only season. It should be noted that the show did not focus on Obama, but also only on her, but also focused on Eleanor Roosevelt, played by Gillian Anderson, and Betty Ford, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. All right, your news, sports, and weather's next. We'll see you on the backside of
We've
that.
got a heat advisory in place for our Thursday, meaning it will feel like up to 106 this afternoon, so make sure to stay hydrated. Partly cloudy skies, otherwise we'll see an isolated storm this afternoon and into this evening. For tonight, we'll drop into the low 70s with partly cloudy skies and a few storms into tomorrow morning. For our Friday, mostly sunny with a few afternoon showers and storms. Very hot and humid, though, will be in the upper 90s, so make sure to stay hydrated. Very hot to wrap up the week. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Well, just what could it be? We're being told to expect a major announcement today from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, referring to the pending announcement. The governor's spokeswoman tweets, "Prepare for the liberal media meltdown of the year." President Biden has signed a pro-abortion executive order, but it may not go far enough for some abortion activists.
The president signed an executive order aimed at making it easier for women seeking abortions to travel between states to obtain access to the procedure. It also calls on health providers to comply with federal non-discrimination laws.
We're doing everything in our power to safeguard access to health care, including the right to choose that women had under Roe v. Wade.
The executive action falls short of what many abortion advocates have demanded of Mr. Biden since the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Communist China goes ballistic, literally. China's military has been launching multiple missiles toward Taiwan during live fire drills in the Taiwan Strait. The BBC's Rupert Wingfield-Hayes in Taipei says Beijing has unilaterally declared no-go zones surrounding the island.
Taiwan says it is a breach of UN conventions and international law and has condemned China for declaring these exclusion zones. The Taiwanese government this morning has also warned companies here that they need to be prepared for a large number of cyber attacks originating in China in the next few days.
China's hostile actions follow House Speaker Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. So much U.S. farmland in the hands of foreign interests, 37.6 million acres, according to the Agriculture Department's estimate, prompting GOP Senators Tuberville and Cotton to draft a bill. It would block Chinese Communist Party members from buying up American land. Dow futures up 27 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 30. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Relief Factor, pain relief that's natural, pain relief that works, and pain relief that attacks the source of the pain. That's the experience of tens of thousands of Americans who are taking Relief Factor right now. See their incredible video endorsements at relieffactor.com and then order your 3-week quick starter pack for just $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Find out if it can work for you like it works for me by ordering your 3-week quick starter pack today. Relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. Be the next success story.
We tried Dynovite nutritional supplement, and after a couple of weeks, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and there was a lot less scratching and shedding.
My dog smelled and scratched constantly. We bathed and sprayed her, took her to the vet, but no results. Now, a little Dynovite in her food helps Bella keep her beautiful coat with no scratching or smell.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
The German government says basic coronavirus restrictions will remain in place during the coming fall and winter when COVID cases are expected to rise again as people spend more time inside.
Face masks and presenting proof of a negative coronavirus test will be mandatory from October until early April at German hospitals, nursing homes and similar institutions with vulnerable people, while passengers on airplanes and making long-distance trips by train and bus also will have to wear masks during that period. The government, too, plans a full vaccination campaign. Health Minister Karl Lauterbach says Germany should be better prepared for the next coronavirus winter than in previous ones. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The Bank of England, in its latest estimate released today, predicts the United Kingdom's economy will enter a recession by the end of the year. News and analysis at townhall.com. America's largest retailer is trimming its workforce.
Walmart is laying off workers as inflation cuts into their profits. Around 200 workers on the corporate level will be shown the door, while store employees are safe for now. Walmart says rising fuel and food costs were affecting customers' ability to spend, which leads to the store doing more markdowns to move merchandise. Tasha Stevens reporting.
The Senate is closing in on a vote on the Democrats' $473 billion climate change bill that they claim would help to ease inflation. The vote could come later in the week. A yes vote from Senator Kirsten Sinema of Arizona would be required to pass it, and we still don't know how she will vote. Republicans trash the bill as the exact wrong strategy for taming inflation. They argue that you don't borrow and spend more and raise taxes during a recession. Again on Wall Street, Dow futures are up 14 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
Is your village, town, community, or HOA in need of road repairs? Being proactive is the key to staying ahead of the curve and implementing an effective asphalt repair program. It can improve efficiency and reduce citizen complaints. Give Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services a call at 910-673-1318 to see what they can do for you. In addition to their normal asphalt paving, asphalt overlays, crack sealing, seal coating, and striping, Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services has also implemented its asphalt patching operation through the use of a pothole patch truck equipped with a heated hopper. The patch truck can keep hot mix asphalt for a period of 72 hours, thereby extending the life of the asphalt from 1 to 2 hours with the dump truck. Call Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services at 910-673-1318, 910-673-1318.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the pool advantage.
Sandy Ridge Memory Care provides all the amenities of home while providing personalized resident care and a dedication to a safe, secure, and comfortable environment for your loved one. Providing care for dementia and Alzheimer's population has been our specialty for over 20 years. Research has proven that a loving, structured, and intimate home environment successfully fulfills the needs of both the one affected by dementia and Alzheimer's, as well as the family caregivers. As one of the largest memory care facilities in North Carolina, we feature 3 separate secure units within our community. Each wing is designed for individual needs and preferences. Call for an appointment or just drop in to tour our facility and discover for yourself the care that sets us apart. Located only minutes from Moore County and surrounding areas, Sandy Ridge Memory Care is the right place at the right time on Bowman Road in Candor or online at sandyridgeliving.com. Call 910-974-6000.
NCN News, I'm Tony Rixby. One day after Kansas voters rejected changing the state constitution to allow a ban on abortion, Democratic leaders in North Carolina spoke out about protecting reproductive freedom. At a Raleigh press conference, Congresswoman Deborah Ross was asked about the Kansas vote.
Kansas, a red state, tried to put restrictions on abortion in their constitution, and that was defeated by more than 20 points. And I think what it shows is public sentiment, the evolution of public sentiment.
The State Department of Public Instruction has been having problems accounting for the money it takes in because its staffers didn't know how to properly figure out the correct financial statements. That's the conclusion of State Auditor Beth Wood. As to whether DPI had adequate staff, Wood told WNCN,
I would say it doesn't matter. The standards require that when you turn over those financial statements to us, they are prepared in accordance with standards.
DPI says it's recruiting high-level managers and accountants to fill current vacancies and making organizational changes. Elon Musk is losing in an early round in his court battle with Twitter. Here's Matt Piper.
A judge has ruled Elon Musk's answer to Twitter's lawsuit over his move to buy the company will be made public on Friday. Musk announced in July he was backing away from the $44 billion deal, prompting the social media company to sue him.
North Carolina A&T State University awarded $23 million in grants from the Department of Commerce for growth programs for jobs. Governor Roy Cooper.
I've already promised the Secretary and the President that we're going to get results in North Carolina.
The program aimed at high school and college students focused on building a career in the energy sector in 16 counties. You're listening to NCN News.
Just like a seatbelt, the COVID-19 vaccine protects you from hospitalization and death. If you get in a car accident, you want your seatbelt. And if you get COVID, you want your booster.
Vaccines keep us safe and healthy. They're here to protect all of us from the spread of COVID-19.
Please stay up to date on your COVID-19 vaccines.
So the only time you'll need to see me is for a regular checkup.
Everyone 6 months and older can get a COVID-19 vaccine. Visit myspot.nc.gov for more information.
Small business owners are a cornerstone of our state's economy and are essential to the fabric of our rural, urban, and suburban communities. At the NC Rural Center, we believe that our state's economic future depends on the vibrancy of the small businesses lining main streets from Murphy to Manteo and everywhere in between. That's why we've assembled hundreds of entrepreneurs, advocates, and community leaders from across the state to form the North Carolina Small Business Coalition. Learn more about the coalition and how to join at ncruralcenter.org.
An environmental watchdog group is suggesting the level of hazardous material sent airborne by the fire at the WEEB fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem earlier this year was far more dangerous than the public had been told. The Blue Ridge Environmental Defense League, in a report released Wednesday, said its evaluation of data from the EPA shows officials understated the threat to health caused by particles sent into the air by the blaze. Earlier, Winston-Salem Fire Chief Trey Mayo had told the City Council,
When you have that much destruction, it creates some challenges in your cause and origin determination.
That fire erupted back on January 31st. The man behind Batgirl says they are shocked their film's been scrapped. CBS News correspondent Deborah Rodriguez with an update.
The Masked Vigilante has been a no-show.
In a statement, directors Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah say they've been Batgirl fans since childhood and can't believe Warner Brothers has abandoned plans to release their new movie on HBO Max. The studio reportedly shelved the $90 million DC Comics adaptation after it wrapped production and flopped with test audiences. The film stars Michael Keaton, J.K. Simmons, Brendan Fraser, and In the Heights' Leslie Grace as Batgirl. Still no comment from Warner Brothers. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The brutal weather plaguing much of the country right now. Millions of Americans facing extreme heat today. It could be dangerous. And in flood-hit Kentucky, it's going to be a problem. Justin Michaels from the Weather Channel.
Extreme weather has America's infrastructure on the brink. With the eastern half of the U.S. facing intense heat and humidity today, power companies like New York's Con Edison are issuing warnings that a massive increase in demand could cause outages during an extremely dangerous time.
Word from San Juan this morning that former Puerto Rican Governor Wanda Vasquez has been arrested on corruption charges. Tony Rixby, NCN News.
Very hot and humid for this Thursday. In fact, we have a heat advisory in place, meaning it will feel up to 106 this afternoon. Otherwise, we'll see partly cloudy skies and isolated showers and storms this afternoon and evening. Into tonight, we drop into the low 70s with a few showers and partly cloudy skies. Our Friday is looking mostly dry, but we will keep that chance for a few showers into the afternoon. Otherwise, we'll see mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we're looking at sunny skies, 75 degrees, humidity 86%, 2.70, winds north-northeast at 1, gusting to 2, pressure is 3044, and solar radiation is 51 watts per square meter. It is 8:15. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Thursday morning already. The town of Cameron announced Brandon Brown will be the new water operator at its July 26th meeting and accepted David Reynolds' resignation. Reynolds had served as the certified water operator since January of '92. The reason for his resignation was not announced. Brown's part-time position began on Monday. The town hosted speaker Matt Casto from the North Carolina Rural Water Association was at the meeting. Castro said that the town's two operating wells, number 7 and 8, used chlorine, but chlorine was not effectively treating the concentrations of iron and magnesium. Citizens on the west side from Red Hill Road toward Carthage shared complaints about brown water. The Moore County School Board recommended the curriculum for new puberty and reproductive health and safety education at its Monday work session during the August 8th regular business meeting, which will be next Monday. Superintendent Tim Locklear will recommend endorsement of the modified East Carolina University materials to teach puberty and reproductive health and safety education. The modified program affects an in-depth overview of the curriculum. School board member Robert Levy said the curriculum was a Moore County program, not a Wake County program. This is the most difficult course to create, Levy said. Vice Chairman Libby Carter said the puberty and reproductive health and safety education programs reflect community values integrated with state guidelines under Senate Bill 279. And 2 people were placed in the detention center under a $2,500 secured bond after being arrested on drug charges. Tuesday, deputies initiated a traffic stop in the 100 block of Sawgrass Road in Eagle Springs. During the traffic stop, deputies conducted a search of the vehicle. As a result, deputies located methamphetamine, marijuana, Suboxone, items of drug paraphernalia, and items of marijuana paraphernalia. Arrested on drug charges were Kane Avance, 28, of Carthage, and Melissa Callahan, 28, of Bennett. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hill Sentinel. And, of course, you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 8:17. Sports is next right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Your morning sports report is brought to you by Hughes Supply of Pinehurst. With over 50 years' experience, Hughes Supply can handle all your plumbing project needs from start to finish. Call 910-295-5541 or visit them online at HughesSupplyPinehurst.com.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach.
A big afternoon for the Cleveland Browns.
The NFL is appealing a disciplinary officer's decision to suspend Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson for 6 games for violating the league's personal conduct policy amid accusations of sexual misconduct made against Watson by 24 women in Texas. A person familiar with the filing told the Associated Press that the NFL is seeking an indefinite suspension of at least a year plus a fine. League spokesman Brian McCarthy said it's still to be determined whether Roger Goodell will handle the appeal personally or whether he'll designate authority to someone else in imposing a stiffer penalty. The Carolina Panthers continued to get ready for the upcoming season as training camp rolled on at Spartanburg, and there was a little bit of intensity. Head coach Matt Rule talked about a little bit of pushing and shoving, tempers flaring.
A little skirmish, a couple guys getting after it. And I don't mind that we're a tough team. The fact that they went 3 days in a row with this heat, but we also have to be a smart team. And so one guy shoving another guy in a team setting leads to a first down. So that's why maybe you heard me, just a couple guys getting after it.
Meanwhile, today we'll get our first taste of NFL football since the Super Bowl with the Pro Football Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. It's got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the PGA Tour teeing off this morning at Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro to open the Wyndham Championship. 25-year-old Will Zalatoris is back. He's a former Wake Forest alum. He talked about playing in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's great hearing all the Go Deeks, seeing Coach. I had dinner last night with Coach Dan Walters, and kind of a home game. I joke that I have essentially 4 home events on tour between Pebble, the Nelson, Colonial, and here. So this is a lot of fun. I think first time I played here was 2010 on the FootJoy Invitational. So a lot of good memories here.
Zalatoris ranked 14th in the world. He's still chasing his first PGA Tour victory. This is NCN Sports.
If you pay your city or town for electricity, you live in a public-powered community. When storms or other disasters damage your community's electric system, public power line workers respond first so they can make the scene safe for other first responders. It's difficult work, often in grueling and dangerous conditions. So be sure to give those folks in utility trucks room to work safely and keep your community powered. Learn more about public power at electricities.com.
If you or someone you know has been the victim of a crime, the North Carolina Department of Public Safety Office of Victim Services is here to provide support. The office provides a range of free, confidential services to help you regain yourself, receive compensation for damages incurred, protect yourself and your family, and move beyond the stigma of being victimized. Visit ncdps.gov/4victims. That's ncdps.gov/4victims.
The PGA Tour teeing off this morning at Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro to open the Wyndham Championship in the annual relegation week. The leading 125 eligible players in the FedEx Cup will advance to the postseason, while others risk losing a full PGA Tour card for next year. Scotty Scheffler has already wrapped up the #1 seed. Meanwhile, Davis Love III has added Steve Stricker and Raleigh native Webb Simpson as assistant captains in the President's Cup. Juan Soto has arrived at Petco Park, promising to bring good vibes to the San Diego Padres and issuing a warning to opposing teams. The acquisition of the 23-year-old generational talent and perhaps the biggest deadline deal ever energized the Padres and their long-suffering fans, and there's more to come. Soto and Josh Bell join the lineup currently anchored by all-star slugger Manny Machado. Josh, Zach, NCN Sports.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. Joe Biden's policies have caused inflation, driving up gas and food prices.
Drivers in North Carolina are feeling the pain at the pump. CNN's Vanessa Yurkevich live for us in Charlotte, North Carolina.
In North Carolina, prices have seen the biggest annual increase in 7 years.
Companies there fear that this could put them out of business.
And some still might say the president's policies aren't to blame.
and that there's nothing we can do.
We can't take immediate action that I'm aware of yet to figure out how we bring down the price of gasoline. We can't do that immediately with regard to food prices either.
Respectfully, President Biden, that's nonsense. America now produces less oil than under President Trump's administration. That's why I sponsored the Unleash American Drilling Act to produce more American oil and reduce prices at the pump. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Serving Moore County since 1960 and continuously owned since then by the Parker family, Aberdeen Exterminating's goal has not changed since that first day nearly 60 years ago: to provide prompt, courteous, dependable services at a fair price. Services include termite inspections and treatments, household pest control, flea and tick control, yard treatments, mosquito control, crawl space protection, new home pre-treats, real estate inspections, installing moisture barriers, bed bug treatments, and more. Pests are a part of life in the South, especially termites. That's something you can depend on, so choose a service company you can depend on. Call Aberdeen Exterminating for a free inspection. 944-2474. That's 944-2474.
This is the perfect time of the year to bust out all your Echo tools and equipment from Beaver Equipment. Thanks to all the storms, my new Echo chainsaw from Beaver Equipment has been getting a good workout. Beaver Equipment is the place to go for rough and rugged Echo equipment for real men. They offer 5-year warranties and are locally owned and operated. So men, get out there and enjoy your Echo power equipment from Beaver Equipment, Highway 211 in Aberdeen, 910-944-0402.
It's our 1-year anniversary of owning your local Sears hometown store in Aberdeen. Hi, this is Catherine Phelps. Joe and I want to thank all of our customers for their patronage and warm, heartfelt welcome to our new community. Remember, creating relationships and helping you make an informed buying decision is our business. And we'll price match any in-stock local competitor. So please shop your locally owned Sears hometown store, Aberdeen.
Cooper Ford has done it again. For the second year in a row, Cooper Ford has earned the prestigious Ford President's Award from the Ford Motor Company, given only to dealers who exemplify exceptional customer service. It's no surprise that Cooper Ford is the dealer of choice in the Sandhills. No games, no gimmicks, no market adjustment addendums or outrageous markups. The price you see is the price you pay at the locally owned Cooper Ford.
I'm Aaron Cooper. Please come see us here in beautiful Carthage or visit us on the web at cooperford.net. And as always, working really hard to be your hometown dealer.
New York Deli is a slice of the Big Apple in Pinehurst. Located in Olmsted Village, New York Deli offers authentic New York bagels and a full breakfast menu until 11 a.m. Looking for lunch? There are 33 signature sandwiches to choose from. New York-style pizza on Wednesdays and Fridays, and now offering Meatball Mondays. New York Deli is open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Visit Moore County Takeout and Delivery Options Facebook page for our menu updates. Call 295-2264 for takeout, or have your order delivered via DoorDash, Grubhub, or Easy Bites.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is proudly sponsored by Moore County Citizens for Freedom. Always looking out for you.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. I remember, and there are a whole lot of you listening who remember, basic training. When you're young and you're not used to being screamed at, it's extremely intimidating. When I was in basic training in 1968, I wasn't sure the drill sergeant wasn't allowed to kill us. I was terrified. There's a certain standard you have to adhere to with everything. I remember the lockers had to be perfect. You had to have a perfect tube of toothpaste beside an unused toothbrush next to a shoe polish can that you never used. All the stuff you had used had a special drawer that you could lock. Your underwear had to be rolled perfectly to a certain number of inches. Uniforms had to be hung up in a specific order. Okay, you get the picture. Every private stayed up till 2 or 3 in the morning to get it perfect. We actually thought there was a chance the drill sergeant might come in and say, "Oh, my lucky stars, after all these years, finally someone who has gotten this right. Come over here and look at Zumwalt stuff. It's perfect." Nope, the first few weeks, no matter what, your stuff would be scattered, and they'd tell you what a crummy job you did, but they'd use a slightly different verbiage. For those of you who believe I'm too harsh with some of our elected officials, like Frank Quiz, let me politely say, oh my lucky stars, Frank, you still have not gotten the Charters of Freedom bill, the ones you promised will be done by March, the ones you interrupted. All right, I hope everyone has a wonderful day and a very safe day. From the Zumwalt Zone.
We've got a heat advisory in place for our Thursday, meaning it will feel like up to 106 this afternoon, so make sure to stay hydrated. Partly cloudy skies, otherwise we'll see an isolated storm this afternoon and into this evening. For tonight, we'll drop into the low 70s with partly cloudy skies and a few storms into tomorrow morning. For our Friday, mostly sunny with a few afternoon showers and storms. Very hot and humid, though, will be in the upper 90s, so make sure to stay hydrated. Very hot to wrap up the week. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Early to bed, early to rise.
Wake up! Let's go! Time to start the day, time to get up!
Somebody's raring to go.
August 4th is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Who wants chocolate chip?
I do. We're baking chocolate chip cookies.
Even chocolate chip cookies are sexy.
It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
I made chocolate chip cookies for everybody!
Who's up for chocolate chip cookies?
You ready?
We'll let her rip.
It's showtime!
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning, Moore County. Time once again to take in the fresh air of truth and freedom, found only here at WEEB. Hey, let's not forget this weekend, actually tonight, kicks off the Robbins Farmers Day Parade. Farmers Day events. Starts tonight at about 6:30. You got a 5K run walk. So, yeah, get the kids out there and register and do a 5K. Then they'll have some gospel music down there from 6 to 9, 6:30 to 9. Friday, they have some more music starting at about 7 p.m., a couple of different bands. And then you have the Fireman's Challenge. You have loads of events on Saturday. That's the big day. Parade begins at 11 a.m. You got the best dressed girl, boy, woman, and man. That's nice to see. I'm have to get out there for that one. Best pony, all the way down to the best parade horse. Hey, and if you've never been to that parade, they have one stable that comes through, and they have their horses that are all dressed up and dancing. Yeah, the horses, I don't know what the terms are. I'm not that much of a horseman. I've ridden a horse.
Dressage.
Yeah, dressage and all that. But, they've really done some great training with these horses and various groups and, wagons and et cetera. And like I said, the big one is the best donkey there at the end. And, we know. Well, sorry, Simple Simon, you're not eligible. Hey, the rest of it, it's all fun. It's all great. Tractor parade at 4 o'clock, so get out there to Robbins this weekend.
All right, don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's up and running at our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. There you can also participate in our chat room. Express yourself. I do read it before I end it all for the day. So that's one good way to talk to me. Let's see. What else we got? Yeah. You go to the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages. There's another link there that gives you our broadcast audio stream 24/7. And where it says on the air, listen live, click it once you're listening that quick. That's at our websites at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. It's going to be partly cloudy, hot, humid. High of 96. This will be the hottest day of the week. Heat index of 103. Yesterday, I was at the dog park. I was out there 5:30ish to 6:30.
Cooling off a little bit, not much.
Yeah, I mean, it was still 92. And the dew point was right at 68. But that made a huge difference from the 72 to 75 we've been having. I was kind of surprised how much better it felt. In fact, usually for the last several weeks when it's all been showers and thunderstorms, I go out there, nobody's there. Maybe one or two others.
The bugs are there.
But yesterday, there were the parking lot was full. Everybody was down at the water. I was in the field by myself, but I bring a fan put on me to keep the bugs off, even though I wear the DEET. And but it's nice to sit under the fan, so I'm not sitting there rolling sweat down my face. Anyway, tonight, partly cloudy, 75. Friday, partly cloudy, 92. Heat index, 97. And Saturday, 92 for a high. Same for Sunday. And Monday, 93 with a heat index of 98. Right now around Sand Hills, winds are calm. Pressure 30-44. Solar radiation 66. Dew point 71. Humidity 85%. It is sunny and 75 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right. Spinners. Can't go a week without them. Rubber Band Man. It is 8:35, 35 past the hour. We're going to be doing some hard trivia with the Colonel here.
Oh, no.
That we do on Thursdays, but he does quite well at it.
No.
Yeah, you do. Oh, quit that. I've worn these headphones so long, they got a padding around it, but the...
Here, you want mine?
But the padding is peeled off, so it's leaking sound, and... Because these are about 20 years old. Made of gone the distance. I got to put a new pair on so I don't get so much feedback. Let's see. Twitter, yeah. Japanese defense chief says 5 missiles launched by China during military drills near Taiwan fell into Japanese exclusive economic zone. That's not good.
Yeah, that's it's looking real bad. I guess without having said it, China has put up embargoed Taiwan. Basically, they've surrounded it, with forces, etc. And some of those missiles you're talking about, my understanding is they were fired over the sovereign territory of Taiwan, and I said it, and I said it deliberately, the sovereign territory of Taiwan. And this is not looking good here.
Well, this is when you wish you had Trump in the White House. A 26-year-old man who was arrested for starting a wildfire told Utah authorities he had been attempting to kill a spider with a lighter when he started the blaze, according to the Utah County Sheriff's Office.
He was burning a spider and caused that blaze.
Yeah.
What a knucklehead. why do you have to kill the spider anyway?
You wonder where all this stupid comes from.
Yeah, why don't you just, I carry I carry a piece of bamboo when you're walking through. You carry it and you kind of wave it in front of you to knock the webs down so they don't get in your face, etc. What a clown, and burns the place down. That's not as bad as the U.S. government burning. Where was it? In Arizona or New Mexico? They burned, I don't know how many 100,000 acres of stuff and 400 or 500 houses, etc. And that fire was started by the U.S. government.
Paulie P, meaning Paul Pelosi.
Yeah. Okay.
Fox is reporting he could have taken a ride-share app home for $60. His DUI charges have already cost him over $5,000.
That's nothing.
Plus, they changed the judge. Plus, they put it out to the 23rd of August before they'll have, what do they call it? It's basically a negotiated settlement.
Yeah. Yeah, well, apparently, I think that was covered. I saw it on the internet, a link to Jesse Waters, and he kind of covered all the oddities going on with Paulie P and his drunk driving thing. Apparently, it wasn't just alcohol involved. He was on some other drugs, etc. And it just goes downhill. And they changed the judge, like you mentioned. Did you see the relationships in the judges? The judge that was changed.
Yeah, she's never done a criminal case.
Well, she's never done a criminal case, and she used to work for. It just flew out of my head. But she's connected to all the malfeasance that's going on here. She's an insider, so she's not gonna hammer this guy. So as he should, because he caused injuries. He totaled 2 cars, caused injuries. They said there was no one injured, but in fact, the other driver was injured pretty badly. Apparently, I don't know. It's just hey, 2-tiered justice system. They'll get away with all the crap, just like they're doing with Hunter Biden. They're going to hide all his malfeasance and criminal activity with some kind of agreement, and they'll bury it and seal everything so that you can't bring it up during the elections.
Well, what frustrates the public is they want to see that the rich and famous do not give special treatment for acts of crimes like this.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath, because they're going to get away with it.
You go drinking and driving and you have a wreck and you injure someone else, destroy 2 cars, there should be consequences and not a little slap on the wrist plea deal.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to lock him up if this is his first time? No. But there ought to be some significant.
Well, number one, the guy's 80-something years old and whatever, and they should take his license, and he should never get his license back. I mean, it's not like he can't afford to have somebody ride him around.
No. No, not with the stock picks he makes.
Yeah.
With the insider trading he gets.
Yeah, apparently that blew up on him too. So, he had to sell all that for a loss.
Before it really got looking bad.
Right.
He walked away with $100 million of profit on the chips. He would have been toast in the media. Well, with a vote of 95-1, the U.S. Senate approved Finland and Sweden's ascension into NATO.
What was the vote?
95-1.
Okay. And what was it? Turkey voted no? Did it say who voted?
It didn't say. No, this was the U.S. Senate.
See, all right.
Each country has to vote on it.
Yeah, I got you. All right, fine. Yeah. I'm thinking the country, NATO countries have to approve all that too. So
yeah.
I guess they bought off Turkey because they were the foot dragging there. That's what I was focused on.
All right, some things we need to know so we don't sound stupid. Because of their new laws, people in Georgia expecting a child can now claim embryos with a deductible heartbeat with a detectable heartbeat as a dependent on the state taxes. Now you see why I said that.
Okay, that's in Georgia?
In Georgia.
So that's a political...
What if you take the deduction and abort it? Huh?
Well, that's a political thing. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, okay, fine. I see what they're trying to get at, but well, that would be fraud if they do that. But how are you going to say?
Well, they're hiring 87,000 agents. That's a lot of people to be looking over your shoulder and cause you hell. And here's the bad part about it: when they make a ruling, it's near about takes an act of Congress to get it reversed.
Yeah.
Even if there's a bad ruling.
Well, that's why, these next elections are important, because one of the things, if they do get a majority in the House, at least, one of the things they can do is defund some of this stuff and go about it in different ways. But yeah, we've got to really press here on these midterm elections and get these Democrats out of power.
Well, do things that make sense.
Yeah.
And not.
Well, yeah, and they're focused on the middle class. I mean, I got audited years ago. I mean, for me, I don't even have to itemize anymore, since I retired and really did quit with all the stuff.
The standard deduction.
Yeah, so what are they gonna do to me? But that doesn't mean they're still not looking for something to it's just ridiculous.
Well, they're the man, woman, or child that hasn't cheated the IRS, and you say, I haven't cheated. Well, let me ask you this: have you taken from your, let's say, business? A paper clip,
right?
A pencil, a pen, and not reported it on your income taxes as income?
Yeah.
You cheated.
Right. So yeah, that's what this is all focused on. Are people just like you who have business and you're in it and they're just coming to make life miserable for you. That's all it is. Me, I mean, there ain't much they can do for me other than like they did this year, send me a letter. Oh, well, we fouled up on some calculation, so you owe us money now. Well, wait a minute. You fouled up. You didn't. They never even explained what it was, and like I said, it was $135. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, how much you going to spend to contest $135? So you send them $135. But yeah, that's what they're doing. They're going to come and make life miserable for every small businessman, every farmer, everybody with a family kind of business. They're going to make life miserable for you.
I had one year when I owed just a little bit of money. I'm just doing in round numbers here. These are not the right amounts. It's just for example. But let's say I owed them $1,000, and I filed late.
Right.
So you get a letter from a computer that sits there and says, "Hey, you filed late. Here's the penalty on the $1,000 that you owed us." And it's $750.
Yeah.
And you go, well, okay. It was worth the price of being able to file late. But then they'll send you another letter on top of that, and they say, oh, now you owe interest on top of the money that you got penalized on.
Yeah.
And here's another bill for you. And I go, how many times you going to whack my tail off?
Right.
Over $1,000.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Well, what's the deal? If you file on time, but you can ask for an extension to pay or something. I mean,
we already did that.
Yeah, I've never had to do any of that kind of thing. I mean, I was doing my own little gig on the side, like many retired people do, and
they want you within a couple of $1,000 when you file, either owed or not, or refunded. But they want it in that little narrow range, and they're good with that. They won't bother you. Warner Brothers has pulled the plug on their Batgirl movie after spending over $90 million to make it happen. Some are saying it's more like $100 million. Test audience just did not like it, so it's been scrapped. Not even HBO Max is releasing it.
Yeah, they said the test audiences, many of them got up and walked out, not even halfway through the movie.
Yeah, boring.
So it must
sound like the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Talk about boring.
Well, how many times do you go through the origin story? I mean, every one of those superhero movies, didn't matter whether it's Superman, Spider-Man, Marvel, DC, Universe, or whatever they call them. I mean, it's just, the third time you've seen the thing, it's Tarzan movie, same thing. The airplane crashes, the little kid, gorilla. Yeah, okay, fine. How many times do you want to watch that? It's just boring after a while.
Yeah. South Korea has mandatory military service. You have to put in your 18 months before the age of 28, even if you're in the group BTS. That's a musical group. And 2020, exceptions were made for BTS members to delay their service until they were 30, meaning the oldest BTS member, 29-year-old Jin, would normally be expected to enlist later this year. Now they are working on a revision that would allow the boys all to serve while maintaining their concert schedule.
Yeah, what they should do in that case, South Korea, man, we got it light here when it comes to kids and service and things like that. I mean, it's, you don't have to do anything. Over there, you all have to have national service. And yeah, that's what they should do. Is you got this band, it's the most popular band in South Korea. Hey, why don't you guys, your service will count, go out and do a modicum of military stuff, but in the meantime, go kind of do the United Services tour.
Yeah, entertain the troops.
Entertain the troops and let that count as service. Make an exception for somebody. They did with Elvis Presley, several others, over here.
Elton John has a new autobiography called Me, Elton John. In it, he opens up about Michael Jackson, whom he called, in his adult years, a, quote, mentally ill and disturbing person to be around. You think? And Jason Momoa, that's Aquaman, just strikes us as a nice guy. The other day, he was on a Hawaiian airline flight when he decided to help out the flight attendants, and was handing out water to passengers, all while wearing a flower in his hair.
Okay.
Yeah, he could probably get in trouble for enlisting his help or allowing to help.
Well,
he just building fan base.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's like the good old days. You get a celebrity and get out there and, rub elbows with people. He does do quite a bit of good stuff from what I read now. So.
All right, today's a possible question. 34% of people say this is rude and involves your phone.
Not turning off the ringer. I don't know what.
Giving one-word text responses.
Oh.
I'm told I do that, but you call and ask, can I come in Friday? Yes. What else am I going to say? Oh, why, yes, we'll be glad to have you. Come on in.
One-word answer text, that's rude, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here comes the hard trivia that the Colonel does well at when you take it all in as a whole. He might have some areas he's weak on.
Yeah, music, movies, TV.
All right, what was the name of Ross Geller's pet monkey on Friends? You didn't watch Friends, did you?
No.
All right.
I didn't know he had a pet monkey. Are we talking about a real monkey, or are we talking about something else?
Marcel.
Okay,
Now, you don't want a monkey. They always smell like pee.
Okay.
How many grandchildren does Kris Jenner have?
Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
Grandchildren? Man, I don't know.
10 so far.
Wow. Okay.
Which member of the Spice Girls abruptly left the group in 1998?
I don't even know the names of the Spice Girls. Allspice, how's that?
Ginger Spice.
I don't know. Ginger. Okay, 1998, she left the group. Wow. Man, that's news.
All right. What former Nickelodeon star is also the longest-running member of the Saturday Night Live cast?
Nickelodeon. I've never watched Nickelodeon.
But you've watched Saturday Night Live.
No, I have not. Now, I've watched Saturday Night Live since John Belushi left.
We're going to have to get you off the couch here a little more.
No, you mean
change the channel.
Get me on the couch. Okay, all right, fine. I don't care.
It's Kenan Thompson.
If he walked in here right now, I'd have no idea who he is.
Who is, I didn't know this, but this maybe you do. Who is godmother to Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. Oh, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, that's it.
Very, very good.
So that passed by. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know that because I don't know it. Frasier is actually a spinoff of another show. Can you name the show?
Oh, Cheers. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I watched some of those. Yeah, I didn't see them all, but.
How many episodes of Game of Thrones are there in total?
How many episodes?
Over the several seasons. What was it? 3 seasons?
I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, will they get like 10 a season? So it'd be like 30 or something episodes?
73.
73, okay. Well, I don't know how long it was on.
The last season took 2 years to get there.
Yeah.
On the IMDb Top 250 list, which show is in the number 1 position?
IMDb Top 50 list? What
Top 250 list.
What TV show is on the...
What TV show is in the number 1 position?
Well, how do they determine the list?
How many views?
MASH.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, all right. I don't know. Okay. What's Breaking Bad?
It's about a high school chemist that goes around to, like houses that are being fumigated.
Right.
And uses credentials to go in there and get the house for 2 or 3 days, and he brews up a lot of meth.
Okay, great. I'll have to go back and watch that
one. Yes or no? A dolphin is a mammal.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, there's a dolphin fish, but I'm assuming they're talking about the mammal.
Yeah. Flipper stuff.
Right.
Which planet is nearest the Earth?
Which planet is nearest the Earth? It's it's Mars, isn't it?
It's gonna be Mars or Venus.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Venus.
Is Venus closer?
It's just got a sulfuric acid atmosphere.
Yeah, I guess the focus is always on Mars because you could notionally make some kind of atmosphere there or something.
You could terraform it. What are the names of Harry? You won't know that one. That's Harry Potter question.
Great.
You won't know that one. All right, maybe you'll know this. What major political event happened on June 17th, 1972?
72? That was Nixon's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Resignation?
No, the Watergate break-in.
Oh, the break-ins. Oh, okay. Yeah. Got it.
The 26th Amendment became law in 71. What did it grant people?
The 26th. Oh, man, now you're going to...
Well, think you're in the tail end of Vietnam era.
I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to look. I can't keep all those things straight in my head.
Anyone over 18 can vote.
The voting thing. Yeah. That's the 26th?
Because it used to be 21.
Right.
They said if you can go fight and die for your country, at least you can vote for the guy that's sending you.
But you can't drink.
Yep, can't drink. The unusual toy became a bit of a craze. Unusual toy became a bit of a craze in 1975. I wouldn't exactly call it a toy. It came in a little box, fancy box, and you had a display. You could set this up in the box.
Oh, Pet Rock?
Pet Rock. There you go.
I remember that. I never had one, but I remember people with those things.
Yeah, and they paid $2-3 for those things.
Yeah.
What groundbreaking piece of portable technology did Sony release in 1979?
The Walkman thing.
The Walkman, it is.
Yeah, okay.
What was the famous line the crew of Apollo 13 said to have uttered in the 1970s? Apollo 13.
I don't know. What?
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh.
I read something the other day where they said that was never said.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay. Yep.
And finally, can you name the car that was the most produced car in the world in 1972?
No, it was a Volkswagen, wasn't it?
The Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah. Boy, you did very well on that.
Well, that one, yeah. Not the rest of them.
All right, so it goes for this Thursday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9 for a TSIF. Thanks, Steve. It's Friday. Until then, be sure to support the mom and pop businesses on WEEB. Not only do they make radio free to you, but also they're the core of our economic success. Our being Moore County's economic success. When you give them first crack at your spending dollars, your money stays here, rolls over, and creates jobs for Moore County. And don't forget also that millions of Americans have fought, and they have died, to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the LeaderMan and Nick and Colt the dog. And Nick and Colt the dog. We'll all see you this afternoon at 2 at the hot, steamy dog park.
teacher at Calvary Christian School. This is The Reference Point. Every day I pick a subject that is pertinent, popular, or controversial and match that subject with a verse from the King James Bible. The North stands something else. It is a known location, a tried and true tradition, and somewhere to return to when we're lost. It is familiar to us and gives us comfort, safety, and peace of mind. We can stand on a reference point. We never need to waver or compromise. We can and are obligated as free men to question our government, the experts, and the opinions of the majority. That's why I'm going to use the only book that has never been proven wrong and the greatest documents ever written by man to limit government and protect our way of life and fundamental rights of citizens.